Hey everyone, how's it going? Cloud here, and today it's time for episode 2 of my new series, 100 Clue Scrolls. To those who didn't watch the previous one, basically what I'm going to be doing is a 100 Clue Scrolls, a mixture of hard and elite ones, and seeing what awards we get by the end. So the last one I think was around 79k, so we'll see how we get going with today. Each episode is only going to really be showing the one clue, unless I do one very, very quickly, because normally on average they're about 6-7 minutes, depending if you're set up as well as I am. Otherwise, well, especially when we get to the elites, let's put it that way, because elite clue scrolls at least take 20 minutes on average, especially if you get any Celtic knot puzzles, because they're absolute you know what to solve. So but yeah, we'll get going with this one today. So not so many puzzle sliders in this one, because last one I had about 2 or 3 of them, and as I explained, I might do a little guide to puzzle boxes, because a lot of people have trouble with them, and I've always had a knack of doing them. This one was mainly coordinate scrolls, which is very easy to do. Literally half the time what I do is just type the coordinates in on Google, and it will take you to any like about 5-6 of the fan websites like RuneHQ, Zybes, anything like that, and it will show you exactly where to stand. You just got to make sure you have your sextant and watch and jar and all the other stuff with you to be able to do it. So those of you who saw me upload some RS3 footage yesterday, it was only like 7 seconds long, it was just a view from Lumbridge at the time, will notice I took it down. This is only a temporary thing, because at the time I learned that which I wasn't really aware of, they said that when you're playing the beta you couldn't really show any pictures, videos of it, otherwise you could get a possible ban or something, so I was like a bit worried, thinking, oh, I better take it off. But it has come to my attention, they have lifted the NDA thing, but what they've said is they prefer to not people to be uploading loads of pictures and video content of the beta at this time, because of obviously there's a lot of bugs with it. It's still going to be nowhere near what the finished version will be. What I'm literally going to do, because obviously I would like to upload a little bit of it here and there, I'm not going to be doing like minute long videos. Literally the one yesterday was about 7 seconds long, and what I done, because it was quite laggy, I was filming the top of Lumbridge Castle, so you could see all around like Draenor, Wizard's Tower and that, and what I did in my video editing software, I sped the footage up quite a fair bit, and it got rid of the majority of that lag then. So by doing that, we actually got to have a little look of how smooth it will be once it gets up to that stage, because obviously the FPS at the moment is very, very low, because obviously they're still working with a lot of things, and I felt happy enough to do that, because I was then showing what we should expect to see when it's fully finished. So the people who, like me, who were playing RS3 at the time, I'm thinking, Christ, this is really, really laggy, was actually able to get a rough idea of how it will look. So I'll probably re-upload that video a bit later on, as it only took like a minute to upload, and I'm sure those of you who didn't see it would like to. And then what I'm going to do is just in the comment section, people can list where else they would like to see. I can't remember what his name was, but someone did mention before I took the video down, he'd like to see from the top of the mountain in Relica, so you'll be able to see all of Relica, all of the islands and that, so things like that. And they'll only be very short videos, so not enough to show how buggy and laggy it is at the moment, but enough to show what the content does look like in a sort of smooth version. So that way I'll keep everyone happy, because I can understand where Jagex is coming from. They won't want people like uploading like guides, for instance, of a quest on RS3 where it's laggy as fuck. You can't barely do anything, because it's going to put people off the finished version. Well, obviously we've got to remember it's a beta, it's going to be like that. If you didn't sign up for the beta knowing that, then a bit foolish of you really. So it was exactly the same with the EOC beta when that came out. That was a bit all over the place. So but yeah, going back to this clue scroll guide today, well, not exactly a guide, it's just a walkthrough, but it was fairly easy to do. And to be honest, with the wizards, they're pretty easy to kill now. They used to be a bit of a nightmare with their poison daggers and everything, but poison doesn't really have much effect in the game now, so you just tank them as quick as possible. And what I like to class as the stuff you can collect during this also contributes to your end of reward. So you'll notice through this, I collect about 30-40 nature runes. I think there was a battle staff of some form I collected, and that all adds to your final sort of collection at the end, because yeah, it's not part of the clue reward, but you obtain it by doing it, so it all comes down to it at the end, and it actually increases the value of this clue scroll reward at the end, which you will see. So yeah, those of you who want to know why I'm obtaining clue scrolls so quickly at the moment is I go to the Hellhounds. They are one of the few monsters that only drop, like literally clue scrolls, and that's it. The only other drops they do are charms and their own bones. If you go to the resource dungeon in Tavali, there's about 50-60 hellhounds, and obviously when you're in max combat like me, you can just literally get them all around you, do all the multi-combat attacks like earthquake, tornado, and you kill loads of them really quickly. So it only takes about 5-10 minutes to get a clue scroll from them. So, but obviously if I'm after elite clue scrolls, that'll be a different story. I'll have to go and kill the skeletal horror for a chance to get in that, any of the strike worms, metal dragons, anything like that, to try and get one of those. So hopefully like every sort of 10th video in this series I might be able to try and obtain an elite one. Well, that'll be the idea anyway, we'll see how we go with that. So after completing this scroll, the reward was lower than last time until you add the other stuff I obtained from the wizards, like I mentioned earlier on. So it actually pushed the overall monetary gain from this clue scroll to about 100k, which isn't too bad. So it's an increase from last time, so it's definitely good. So the same will apply for any other clue scrolls in the future. So say the next one I upload like tomorrow or something, I end up getting like a 30k drop from a wizard, but the clue scroll reward isn't actually that great. It still combines together to show the overall reward, so that's the sort of thing I'm going for. Yeah, I hope you do agree with that, obviously, because if you killing wizards, you might as well pick up what they're dropping. You're not like, oh, 50 nature hits, I'm going to leave it there, and then you end up getting like a really crap reward anyway. You'll kind of wish you did pick it up. So, but yeah, that's all today for the second clue scroll. I'll hope to upload the third one very soon once I've finished that. And we'll keep going, and we'll just see how the rewards keep going on. I'm sure a lot of you will be interested to see how it turns out overall. Like I said, for the 10th sort of episode, I will try and obtain an elite one, so that might take me a little while longer, because only certain monsters drop them, and it's quite hard to obtain them. But also, like I said about the RS3 stuff, if there's any specific areas you'd like me to upload a small sort of clip of, you know, like Camelot, Varrock, just mention anything in the comment section below, and I'll see what I can do. But obviously remember, I only be doing very short clips just to keep everyone happy. Anyways, thanks for watching today everyone. Please make sure you like, favourite, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share with your friends. Cheers guys, bye bye.